Hey, what's up guys? It's T-Bone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So this week's event has just started. It's called a Monster Bash. And because it's the week before Halloween, they've made this into a Halloween theme and they've added a bunch of new things to this particular event. It is a commander event, and they've added a 13 times bonus commander. So let's talk about some of the changes here in their newsfeed, and we'll go ahead and look at their packs. So they're celebrating Halloween, and the first thing they're doing is they introduced a first 13x commander. But the only way to do that is to collect 6 Halloween heroes. 3 of them were from past year, and then 3 that are new for this year. So Frankenstein's Monster, Wicked Witch, and the Mummy are the new ones. And then the 3 older units were Gorticus, the Headless Horseman, and the Spirit of Vengeance. So Gorticus, the Headless Horseman, and Spirit of Vengeance used to be they were the older cards, and now they're all also commander units. So if you take a look, if you have them, they've now been converted to have commander bonus. So that is pretty cool. And they do go back to being a 2, 3, 4 times commander and slayer after, but it is a nice little change to the cards. They've also introduced this concept of intensity, and I don't know much about this just yet, but this is what I know. So let's just read this, right? Intensity is a shared value that your heroes store in battle. When battle starts, your intensity is 0. Using certain skills will increase intensity. Other heroes will use this value of intensity to increase the power of their skills. So for example, the Wicked Witch increases intensity every time you use her battle skill, and the Mummy can basically, depending on how many stacks of intensity, will actually create additional Earth power gems. And Frankenstein Monster deals additional 5,000 or 50 times damage for every 5 stacks of intensity. So basically having this team together, by building up intensity, your units will deal more damage. And then there is Vasgor the Merciless, which is the 13 times unit, will also create 1 Earth Power Gem and then another extra for every 8 stacks of intensity. In addition, you can also increase intensity using the relic for every turn. The idea here is to just really build up your damage over time, and from what it looks like, this will be here to stay, so it's not just for this particular event, and we can go ahead and explore that a little bit. And along with that, they've increased also the new level of difficulty for Commander. We now have a Infernal Crusade, so we'll take a look at it as well. So lots of stuff here. The first thing is, if you look at the Reanimated pack, these are the 2 packs that you can get. You can see the, let's see, is this the one? Now let's go back and take a look at the Tomb pack. Somewhere there is a way for you to collect. I guess maybe the best way is to look at here. I wanted to show the cool artwork here. Oh, you go to collections. So in here you can see now we have the master collection. In order to get that, you need to get 5 start cards of all of these. Here's Gorticus, and here is the new card, the Mummy, Wicked Witch, Spirit of Vengeance, and Frankenstein's Monster, as well as the Headless Horseman here. Right, so you can see here I already have the Headless Horseman, but I am still missing the other 5. So it's going to be unlikely for me to be able to collect it as much as I really would have liked to see it. Unfortunately, they don't give me a way to see the stats for this unit. So if anybody already has one, I would love to see the stats and sort of what the the boosts and abilities are. And as normal, you can collect items to get your free card, and this one is going to be the Wicked Witch. So let's take a look at her skills. So this is a Warrior Corrupt hero, and she provides 175% damage at 4 stars to all Earth Corrupt heroes. And the battle skill increases intensity by 2 at 4 stars. All right. And the way you collect this time is a little different. You don't actually have to upgrade a 3-star or a 2-star hero anymore. You just need to collect the in-game items that are used for upgrading your units. In this case, the caramel candy and the sweet candy, as well as a milk chocolate. All right, so it's nice because now you don't have to spend essences to upgrade a unit by purchasing the card in the store. So now let's go back and take a look at the pack itself. So a couple things. One, they've also introduced a 20% off discount now. So each of these tiers are a little cheaper. So I think I will actually invest a little bit. And two, remember that there is an increased chance of getting the feature heroes. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this. Let's go ahead and open a pack and see what we get. So let's go tier 1. And not that. Okay, so let's go tier 2. So 560. So this is, 20% discount is nice. And also you still get a 500 gem bonus on tier 3, which I think is good, makes it worth it. And unfortunately, nothing on tier 2. Now let's see on tier 3. So we get 500 gems back. I think we started with 9,700 gems. Let's see what, there's the 500 gems. Some keys. Unit here, a couple units. Come on! And no. 2,000. I'm gonna try one more time. I'll go up to tier 4. And let's just see. So we get some water, light, dark, fire, and keys. And looks like I got Frankenstein's monster on tier 4. Good. Alright, so I do have him at 4 stars, so I have to try to level him up. And then let's also now go back and look at the witch. Alright, so Tomb Pack. Unfortunately, this one that does not have the it doesn't have the bonus. And if you take a look, the mummy is an attacker, which is the ultra rare unit, 300% damage and health for all Earth corrupt heroes. And the mummy's battle skills to create Earth power gems, and additional for every 10 stacks of corrupt intensity. So if you have just a load of intensity added up, you can get a ton of Earth gems. So that's really cool. And what about the mummy here? So the Wicked Witch, the Wicked Witch basically attacks. Oh, so her battle skill is the one that increases the intensity. Okay, so I hope I can get the mummy, but it's unlikely since it is an ultra rare unit. So let's see what we can do here. So let's go ahead and open up to at least tier 2. And we'll see, maybe we get super lucky. Okay, and okay, no. All right, let's get our second card. Okay, so we have her at 3 stars now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna equip her right away, see if I can level her up first, and then bring her into a fight. And before that, I'm going to just clean up my deck a little bit, and we'll be right back. Alright, so the new team has now been formed. I did bring in Hercules as a leader because of his leader skill to boost 300% damage and health for all Earth attacker heroes. So I brought in another Hercules, Robin Hood, and Wicked Witch is warrior, so she's unfortunately not going to benefit, but Frankenstein's monster is an attacker, so he will get the benefit of that boost. And let's see what is required to level Frankenstein. I believe it's the static bolt. All right, so this is something that you collect while going through Crusades. And let's take a look now. Warrior Witch requires 9 gems to charge up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a couple of fights in Crusade. And let's do this with the goal of building up the intensity so that we could see it in action. And so let's just go ahead and bring in anybody right now. It doesn't really matter because the level is low enough that I'm not really concerned. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm matching 9 gems early. There's only 3 waves in these fights. And the bosses are too low level right now, so I will end up one-shotting them if I'm not careful. So, but okay, so I can at least match 5 here. I would have liked to be able to match more, and so right now that's 5. I need to be able to match at least 4 in the next round. Okay, and it looks like I'll be able to do that. Good. So let's do this. So let's go ahead and match all of these to build up. My phone is starting to lag a little bit. Let's go ahead and just do this to build up the intensity. So we should see the intensity values go up after I use the witch's skill. But I hope she doesn't attack. Does she attack? She does attack. Well, I guess I'm going to end up killing the boss here with the attack. Oh no, okay, because she's only a 3-star right now, so good. So now I've increased the intensity by 2, and what happens with, oh, so Frankenstein will require the intensity to be 5 in order to attack for an additional 2000%. Okay, so but you can see now how this works. So every time I use the skill, her intensity goes up, and I guess tomorrow when the new relic comes out, it will also help out every single turn. And I guess that the idea here is the more witches you bring in, the more you'll be able to take advantage of that skill, so that you can bring up the intensity and use that to provide more damage. And so here is another static bolt shard. I believe if you finish the one crusade, you'll get at least 20 shards. So then you could level up to level 5 stars, and then you can use the store to purchase the other one. And speaking of the store, it is important to also call this out. So they added something new in the store as well, and that is the ability for you to purchase the Earth Wisp. So a Wisp is something that you can use to level any unit of the same affinity. Here it is, the Earth Wisp. It is expensive at 3,000, and then you can also get the core shard to level it up. Okay, and what I said is because they're introducing this high value item, I think some of the other items will not be renewable in this case. So something to keep in mind. And then you can also get 20 shards here for 800 total. All right. So that's pretty much it for this event. Looks like there's a lot of new things happening. At least if you like to collect cards, here's the opportunity for you to collect some of the older cards and get a brand new one with 13 times bonus. I'm really looking forward to seeing if any of my friends in my friends list have one, so I can borrow it. And if you have one that you'd like to share, I would love to see as well. So this is it for this event. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time.